practice is for dream recall and interpretation. It's best done as close to waking as possible. If you're still in bed, please sit up to ensure you don't fall back asleep. Start by breathing through your nose as slowly and deeply as possible. Try to breathe as if you're still asleep. You want to recreate the physical feeling of sleeping while keeping your mind consciously awake. Drag out your inhales and your exhales, breathing in the most relaxed way, breathing as if you're asleep right now, deep, heavy, and relaxed. Now we'll try to recreate something you may have dreamt. If you remember anything from your dreams last night, think of it now. And if not, listen to these prompts to see if you can remember something. Where might you have been recently in dream world? If any location, real or imaginary, feels familiar, think of it now. And if not, if you can't remember anything of where you may have been in your dreams, imagine something. Imagination comes from the same place that our dreams do. It's not random. So even if you can't remember anything, imagine a setting, imagine a physical location that you could have been in your dreams. Now try to remember who may you have spoken to in your dreams. If you can remember interacting with someone, think of them now. And if not, again use your imagination. Who might have you spoken to or interacted with or seen in your dreams last night? Who might feel familiar? And if you really can remember nothing, if nothing's coming to you, simply imagine, who could have you spoken to? Who could have you seen in a dream? Someone you know in real life, completely fictional character, or maybe a famous person. Now think, what may have you been doing in dream world? If you remember something already, think about that activity. Think about anything you were witnessing. And again, if you can't remember anything, use your imagination. What might have you been doing? What actions may feel familiar, be they realistic or something that can only happen in your dreams? And finally, think about how you may have felt in your dreams. If you remember a certain emotion, feel it now as best you can. If not, once again, use your imagination. How may have you felt in your dreams? Very often when we wake up, the feeling is what lingers the longest, even if we can't remember the dreams. Focus on the feeling, or imagine how you may have felt, or how your dreams may have made you feel. Now, using these four things, the location, the people, the activity, and the feeling, do your best to fill out the scene. Fill out what you remember dreaming, or imagine what you may have dreamt. Add in all the details. Fill in the activities of the people involved. Notice how you feel. Simply fill in the scene as if you're writing a movie or remembering a movie in your head. Now look for potential symbols in this scene. Is there anything unusual or significant about the location, the setting of the scene? Are there any objects that may be significant or unusual? Is there anything unusual or significant about the people? Anything significant about the activities? Pick any one thing that stands out to you in the dream, in the imagined scene, and notice how it makes you feel. Why might this be significant? Why did your mind choose this as something that's worth focusing on? What might this mean? If your unconscious was trying to send you a message through this symbol, through this object, location, person, or activity, what could this mean? Listen now. Is there something that this can tell you about life? Is there some advice being given? Is there some realization? Continue breathing in this sleepy fashion, observing the dream scene in your mind's eye, noticing if anything changes in the scene. Maybe you notice your imagination is kind of moving on its own. Specifically notice what it shows you and what feels significant. Nothing that comes from the unconscious is random. Both your dreams and your imagination comes from the same place. Just one is unconscious and one is conscious. As we bring this practice to a close, take a minute to meditate on your own, on any symbols that your memory, your unconscious, or your imagination showed you. And ask your unconscious, what are you trying to show me?